Wednesday, huh? Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, everybody on the West Coast. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and everybody else in between this great, big, beautiful country of ours. How the hell you do? What do you know? What do you say? What's up? What's happening? Oh, hello, Ukraine. How you doing, man? United Kingdom, Canada, U.S. of A. So the conclave begins in the Catholic Church to pick a new pope. I got some of it, and I still, I really didn't want to watch it, so I'm checking around and everything. And they got that Treasury Secretary Bennett or whatever the hell it is. He's up again today. I don't know if it's the Senate or Congress today, testifying. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. The parts that I caught, you got to excuse me. I got runny nose. I've been having a bad time lately. My breathing has been kicking my ass, man. I got to take it easy. My asthma apparently has gotten worse. Now even the normal stuff, that strong odors, just set me off, throw me into a breathing attack. Pisses me off, man. So, but anyway, got to get back out in that country air. That's what I got to do. Man, here's the guy. David Muir got to steal the show all the time. Every time he's on, he's a news hog, I guess. If you watch ABC News, World News Tonight, every story that comes up, he says the whole story and then he relays it to the guy that's on site. And all the guy got left to do, or the lady got left to do, is say, "Yeah, that's right, David. Give me a freaking break." They add very little to the story. The people are actually on site because David Muir already said everything. That's the first thing. That's the first pet peeve I got about Real News Tonight on ABC. The other thing is, you could put your thing on pause and keep it there for 20 minutes and then put it on, and you won't miss a thing, because after the 15, 20 minutes, it's like a 30-second slab of whatever news, and then 3 minutes commercials, another 30-second slab, another 3 minutes of commercials. It's like ridiculous. The last whole 20, maybe last 15 minutes, last 20, no. Yeah, between 10 and 15 minutes is just a waste of time. Because David Muir, again, keeps telling you what's coming up and what the story is. So all you're sitting there through all these commercials to see a piece of video that you already knew what was going to happen because David Muir told you. I'm railing against this guy. I mean, God. Okay, so anyway, this morning, they have these professionals on with the about the conclave. And there's one guy sitting there, and he's saying, "Yeah, it's not like the movies where they sit there and yell back and forth at each other and all this and that and slam on the table." And I'm like, okay. How do you know? You got like a secret camera in there? One of the Cardinals, they're going to tell you, "Oh yeah, we got to do this big argument. Knock down, drag out fight." Come on. I wouldn't doubt, once the doors close and everything's all quiet, and the Cardinals look at each other. You're like, all right, break out the bingo game. B5. Yeah. Well, who do you think we should have for Cardinal? I don't know, but Charlie he keeps calling bingo. It gets me mad. Don't want him for Pope. So serious. This guy don't know shit. He just spewing his stuff. He's happy he's on national news. God. Okay, that's enough of that. I'm going to pull this part off for a plug. Yep. Yep. So Pakistan and India are starting to duke it out. Trump will blame it on Biden. Why don't you, that's it, Trump. Why don't you go over there and try to solve this problem with Pakistan and India instead of Soviet Union and Ukraine? All right, we signed this mineral deal with Ukraine. They better be getting a hell of a lot more weapons and shit. Just stupid stuff. Okay. Next thing with this, what happens next between India and Pakistan? 4 key questions 4 hours ago from Asia. I don't want to see that. Sutik Biswa, India correspondent, this is BBC News. In a dramatic overnight operation, India said it launched missile and airstrikes on 9 sites across Pakistan and Pakistan-administered Kashmir, targeting what it called militant positions based on credible intelligence. The strikes, lasting just 25 minutes between 1:05 and 1:30 Indian time. Oh, come on. Who cares? 1935 and 2000 GMT on Tuesday. Oh, wow. What is that on this? What is that Eastern Standard Time? Or what is that? Who cares? Sent shockwaves through the region with residents jolted awake by thunderous explosions. Pakistan said only 6 locations were hit and claimed to have shot down 5 Indian fighter jets and a drone, a claim India has not confirmed. Usually when they don't confirm it, they got shot down. So, just so you know. And the things of war. Anything not confirmed. They're not going to say, oh yeah, you kicked my ass. They're not going to say that. Islamabad said 26 people were killed and 46 injured in Indian airstrikes and shelling across the line of control, the de facto border between India and Pakistan. Meanwhile, India's army reported that 10 civilians were killed by Pakistani shelling on its side of the de facto border. And they keep saying de facto. So, follow the latest updates, what we know about the airstrikes. And there's more. Well, what's the 4 key questions? Must be later. Yeah, okay. The 4 key questions. It goes on and on. I can't read all this. So you know what I do anyway. I read the article. I read the headline, tell you who wrote it, and kudos to them. And read a little bit of it, the teaser, And if you want to read it, you got to look it up yourself. I'm not your mother. So there. Anyway, I'm having a good time because I'm not feeling good. I don't care. I get this way. Get goofy. It's like my body revolts. It's like, no, you ain't going to get me, Don. I'm going to fight you tooth and nail till I'm like on my deathbed. It usually ends up that way. But nah, not this time, buddy. Not this time. All right. So anyway, what's going on? Oh, no. 5 takeaways from Biden's BBC interview. You know where this is going to go. Just like the 4 questions. Let's see what's going on. 6 hours ago, U.S. and Canada. Biden did a BBC interview. Anthony Zurcher, North America correspondent. Former U.S. President Joe Biden has given his first in-depth interview, Mangled News. Interviews since he left the White House in January, speaking to the BBC about his legacy, foreign policy, and his views of President Donald Trump's first 100 days. That part could be interesting. He said that he had few regrets, but he offered grave warnings about global affairs as Europe marks 80 years since the end of World War II on the continent. Biden spent much of his time in public office as a senator, vice president, and president, focusing on U.S. foreign policy, and it remains a top concern. The former president also reflected on the decision to drop out of the 2024 election race, but he had less to say about any mistakes he and the Democrats may have made along the way. So, anyway, I'm not going to read any more. I'll tell you, here are 5 key takeaways from his interview with Nick Robinson for BBC Radio 4's Today program. And I'm not going to read them. You want to read it? He admits. Okay, he admits the decision to quit 2024 race was difficult. I'm not going to go any further. You can read it. 5 takeaways from Biden's BBC interview. And that's it. Joe Biden on Trump. Okay, what president ever talks like that? That's not who we are. That's what he said. That's during the interview. Here we go, back again. What are they doing to me? All right. So, okay, an exclusive and remarkably candid interview, the first since he left office. Joe Biden discusses what he really thinks of his successor's first 100 days, plus his fears for the future if the Atlantic Alliance collapses. Okay, so there. I did that with the 60. What the hell? Oh, man, come. Okay, it probably, shit happens. Smokey Robinson accused of sexual assault by 4 women. This is Mark Savage, music correspondent 7 hours ago. 4 anonymous housekeepers are suing Motown legend Smokey Robinson for $50 million, accusing him of sexual assault. A complaint filed in Los Angeles Superior Court accuses 85-year-old of sexual battery, false imprisonment, negligence, and gender violence, in addition to a number of labor violations related to wages, breaks, meal times, and overtime pay. Damn, the lawsuit also names Robinson's wife, Frances Robinson, claiming she contributed to a hostile work environment and used ethnically pejorative words and language. Representatives for the Robinson did not immediately respond to requests for comment, and the accusations could not be independently verified. Okay. Maybe. I don't know how much he would be doing at like 85 years old, but this is over years ago. So boy. What is going, here's the thing. Anyway. Oh, what the? Oh, I wanted to. Yeah, he did one thing here. Let me see. This is unrelated to this. Songwriters Hall of Fame and claims to have credits on more than 4,000 songs. Okay, so that's him, Smokey Robinson. No, I don't want that. Ooh. All right, what's going on now? I'm halfway through to get over to gosh darn whatchamacallits. Oh, great. Here we go. Post. Guess what I didn't do? What's going on with this? Huh? What is going on with this? Oh, come on. Jeez. I can't do it. I can't do it. Here we go. Oh, okay. There it is. Oh, how crazy. You people. Oh, man. Oh, man. So, anyway. I posted it. It's too late. Too late. Too late. So, anyway. See, that's what happens. You get busy. I'm all hooked up there. Everything's right. Everything's okay. Everything's... All right. What the heck? Pope Joan, the woman who fooled the church. All right. What are they talking about? Pope Joan, the woman who fooled the church. Every pope in history has been a man because only a priest can become a pope and a woman cannot be ordained. Nevertheless, the tale of Joan, a woman who allegedly was the head of the Catholic Church and gave birth during a procession, became one of the most popular and controversial legends of the Middle Ages. Here's Pope Joan's story recounted by BBC journalist Laura Garcia. All right. So anyway, bleh. So it's here. It's here. What the heck? It's here. All right. 7 hours ago, history. Where's the rest of it? I'm going down and up and everything. Oh, what are they doing here? Pope Joan. Oh, it's freaking video. Ah! I don't want video. What does it say that? All right, let's see. Now let's listen. Okay, let's go. We'll start out at Blue Sky. Memento, these are all the great people. You got to follow them, okay? I might comment. I hope I don't upset anybody. Memento Lasagna Morty. I was running in the woods today and a wild turkey crossed in path in front of me. Monday, it was a snake. Am I turning into a Disney princess? Heather Hex a lot. Are they I knew this was going to happen. Are they following you home? Heather Hexalot says, are they following you home? Boy. Reposted by Christine M. Christine M. Okay. Chris Geider. Damn! Why is it happening? Okay. Chris Geidner, and I hope you get your names right. He posted, my gosh, for the reasons, okay, he posted this or clip, whatever, for the reasons stated above, the governor's motion for a stay of the transfer order requiring Turks transportation from immigration custody in Louisiana to immigration custody in the District of Mont is denied. The government's request for a writ of mandamus is also denied. The administration stay entered by this court is hereby vacated. Recognize and boast that the district court's original transfer deadline has passed, along with the practical and legal consequences of our decision for the parties. The government is hereby ordered to comply with the district court transfer order within 1 week of the date of its opinion. According to the district court's April 18, 2025 order, is hereby amended as follows. To support the court's resolution of these issues, the court orders that Ms. Osterk be physically transferred to ICE custody within the District of Vermont no later than May 14th, 2025. The district court may amend its hearing schedule as it deems necessary in light of this order. And Chris Geider says, breaking Second Circuit panel 1 day after arguments unanimously rejects government's arguments and orders that Rosema or Turk be transferred to Vermont no later than May 14th. Whew. That took up a lot, huh? Man, so anyway, that's the way it's going to go with her. Trump on China. By not trading, we're losing nothing, so we're saving $1 trillion. That's a lot. Oh, this is the kind of genius that bankrupt casinos. There's a picture of Trump with that caption on it. Rasta says, could save that much just keeping you off the golf course. How about that? All right, let's move on. Move on. Oh, boy. What are we at? What is this one? Oh, Threads. Okay, guys. Helen Zoo 2022. 22. RN here to all nurses out there feeling burnout, undervalued, and constantly stressed. Thank you. Your dedication doesn't go unnoticed. This career demands humility, compassion, and often the sacrifice of our own mental well-being. But even in the hardest moments, I'm grateful to make a difference in someone's life when they need it most. You are seen, you are appreciated. She's saying that to her fellow nurses. Crystal, 98. All right, posted, Crystal, absolutely. Is your profile picture actually you? Let me tell y'all, now my profile picture has been me since I started this page. I don't do these fake characters or whatever y'all be having. I'm proud of showing my face and not ashamed of it. My profile is my real hair and real face. Okay, and that's the way she typed it that way. That's the way she talked. Okay, Chris Joyner posted, and Mika Whitson Merriweather replied. But here's what Chris Joyner says. Traveling for work always sounds glamorous, but when you're sitting alone in a hotel room multiple nights in a row, it gets lonely. And he replied, did they lock you in the hotel room? You cannot escape. You cannot come out. Girl, go explore. And it's a guy. Okay. Star Mom Lynn. It's Lynn McCallum. Oh, dear Lord, that's a man saying that. Yes, my brain is bad, immediately assuming it was a woman. For all the reasons women might stay in their hotel room. And I'm preparing a pep talk about how my daughter is in Denmark and how she's exploring and managing safety, while doing it. As a 5-foot-tall, tiny brown woman in a Nordic white country, she's out there living and exploring. That's a man job. Okay. More stuff. All right, let's go to the jungle, man. See what's going on there. Okay. Captain Mark Kelly. Less generals, more GIs is just a slogan. Stop firing good men and women and take a good look in the mirror. And he's talking to Hegseth. Lika Pets. It's an ad. I ain't doing shit. Adam Schiff. There you go. I'm mad at him. Stephen Dennis. He responding to Stephen Dennis. New Bloomberg analysis. Most of the top holders of Trump's memcoin who are vying for an intimate dinner with POTUS at a White House tour are likely foreign. No kidding. Foreign nationals are prohibited from contributing to Donald Trump's campaign. What are you going to do about it there, Adam? But Trump's memcoin scam allows foreigners to influence U.S. policy by putting money directly in his pocket. This unlawful graft must be stopped. Well, stop it. Do you think the Republicans are going to back you on this shit? I don't think so, because they're getting their palms greased too. If they give millions to Donald Trump, don't you think they could slide a few thousand to every Republican in the House and in the Senate? Huh? Oh, what was I? This took me right off a thing I was just going to say. Oh, man. This memcoin, that's what I wanted to say. This memcoin is, this memcoin is just going to totally crash and burn. I mean, totally crash. And the minute Trump is no longer in office, it's over. Everybody that put money into that memcoin is going to pull it out. they're going to pull it out faster than a teenager that's humping his girlfriend. I'm serious. I'm absolutely serious. They aren't going to stay in there with this mem coin if he's worthless to them. He can't influence shit if he isn't the president. So why would you put your money, your millions and millions of dollars into something that's going to crash? Watch, as soon as it's in the wind, I'm even think like these midterms, I think his shit's going to be like, because if we overtake, I don't think we're going to have a problem taking the Congress. But if we overtake Congress and the Senate, man, it's all over but the crying and dying for him. Because they're going to pull all that money back out. They're going to say, screw you. You aren't going to be able to do anything. Especially you get a majority. It would be if you could take 18 of the 20 Republican posts in the Senate, you would have a majority, a super majority that would override any veto that Trump would put up. And also, with a super majority in the Senate, guess what? You get rid of his ass. You could get rid of him. You could stop him from doing this shit. And that's going to be my thing from now on. So, yeah. Yeah. This is from Newsweek. And Tuck Trump put it up. Republican launches bid to overturn gay marriage. A lawmaker in Oklahoma has filed a resolution calling on the Supreme Court to overturn gay marriage. Now, I don't know if this is I don't want to open it because it's usually long, takes me somewhere else. So it's from Newsweek.com. So if you want to look at it, I don't know if it's just for Oklahoma or if it's because Oklahoma has a Supreme Court, Pennsylvania has a Supreme Court, every state has its own Supreme Court. And then you got the Supreme Court. Like, I don't know. What kind of supreme meal is there? I don't know. But anyway, that's what I was going to say. Joan reposted Vicky Campbell. Another reason Harper chose Andrew Scheer for interim leader is because he's another ass clown who likes to perform in the HOC and cause chaos. We've seen it before. He doesn't mind lying either. He's GD. He's goddamn goofy and immature. Harper learned nothing from losing the last 4 elections. And this was from Canada. Vicky Campbell, the real Vicky Campbell, mother, grandmother, wife, proud Canadian, and a liberal. Go girl. What's this? Low DMH. Scalia posted, it is well established that Fifth Amendment entitles aliens due process of law in deportation proceedings. That's Justice Scalia. And this guy, I don't know if you've seen that video, but that's another commercial. Andrea Junker, Carolyn Francis reposted. I only got this last one, folks. Allow me to address the elephant in the room. The decades-long outsourcing of domestic manufacturing to China was not an insidious Chinese conspiracy for dominance, but the greedy strategy of the American ruling class to exploit its profit margins by exploiting global inequality. And she's exactly right. And I had a good time. I hope I make it the rest of the day and hope everything works out well. Hope you have a good day. And I must get better soon. So you guys have a good day, man. I'm going to take it easy the rest of the day. I got bills to pay. Gosh. Okay, let me say goodbye to these people. Oh. You'll probably hear it in the background in a minute. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Gotta do this, do this, do this, do this. So, anyway, you guys have a good day. Don't get that Rona. Be careful and have a good day. Goodbye. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. And I'll say goodbye to you guys. Let's go, let's go. Where's it at? Yeah.